Welcome traders, how's everyone doing? Okay, let's get started. It's Monday and the charts are looking promising for some setups. So let's get started with the DXY. So what's happening? We did forecast, in fact, we see that this third tap was yet to be filled and we now managed to tap it. That was one of the confluences. We now have some momentum to the downside and this first take profit has been accomplished. Now, if we zoom into the 4-hour time frame, what is actually happening? So this pattern has now been completed. There's a few scenarios on the card, so I'm expecting a potential bounce from either this level and a close back inside the pattern, continuation and a rally to the upside. However, I'm aware that there is also further momentum to the downside. You can see there's lots of liquidity here. As you can see, there's further liquidity, so that's plan A, there's plan B, and at the same time there is lots of momentum to the downside. However, momentum has slowed down. So there was momentum, now it's formed some form of a compression and there is a bit of a bullish pattern, so we could potentially get one more stop part and a close back inside, or a close back inside the pattern and a continuation to the upside. It's still a bit early to determine exactly what direction will be going. I'm favoriting a long on DXY simply because there's lots of sell setups for, you know, Euro, Kiwi, Aussie, etc. So right now, this is why it's important now to separate the patterns and focus on what's relevant. So what do I mean by that? We just separate the patterns. This large wedge for now is invalid and we focus on what's valid. We can see there's a bit of a compression here to the downside and we could expect a rally to the upside, but again, it's still early. This is why I don't really trade Mondays. It's still a little bit fishy, so I could expect, you know, a reversal from here, then complete a double bottom, trick traders, and then catch a bit of a stop hunt to the upside. As you can see, to take out this is the game plan. This is the game plan for now on DXY. So if we do get a bit of a rejection and double bottom, then this setup could look promising. But again, for now, it's early times. You know, it's Monday. I need further confirmation and further price action. So this is the bit of the game plan that I've got. Just one more push to the downside, trick traders on the wrong side, got a potential 1, 2, and a potential third tap somewhere here. That's when I'll be looking to get involved on a long position. So for now, need to remain just a little bit more patient with DXY. So there is some buy setups approaching right now, but I am also aware that there is lots of momentum to the downside. But you can see, you know, last Friday, there was lots of momentum. We're now on Monday, Sunday, Monday, and it's slowing down. There's lots of liquidity here, as you can see to the left. All this level of liquidity was the main move that really took at this previous high, as you can see, pullback, continuation. So we know there's lots of momentum here to the upside. So this is why I'm pretty bullish on DXY. Also prepared that if it invalidates my pattern, then we could expect these lows to be retested again. So I'm prepared for multiple scenarios. Which one am I going to take? I'll take the first one that presents itself. So next on the list is dollar CAD. Dollar CAD just looks really clear to me, if I'm honest. You know, there's compression on the 4-hour time frame, and now there's compression within the compression, as you can see. So it's really tightening up. This is an important level of interest where I'll be expecting a tap. So we can see 1, 2, and a third tap, a further third tap. If we zoom up to the left, we can see 1, 2, and a potential third tap. The level is from this level of liquidity here to the left. As you can see, it's just below the spike. I'm expecting a stop hunt of this level. So for dollar CAD, you know, it does fit my plan. I would be looking at longs. I just need further confirmation within this level. So that's it for dollar CAD. Once we do get a rejection, and if we do get a strong buy to the upside, I'll be expecting this as my main take profit for TP1, since it's move that took at the previous lows, and it will complete a potential third tap of this trend line. So that's the game plan for DXY. Still bullish in it. Next on the list is dollar yen. Okay, dollar yen, what's happening? We can see that price broke out to the downside. It filled this level of liquidity, which we did forecast. Now it's rejected, and we can see some equal lows here. We can see the equal lows here. On the 1 hour time frame, it's a lot clearer. We've got the equal lows, we've got the double bottom, we've got momentum to the upside, and now I'm expecting a stop hunt of this level, which is in confluence, you know, with a bit of a compression. It's not ready yet. It's not ready yet. We need price to develop. Then I can update this trend line, and we could expect a tap of this level here, which should be in confluence with the double bottom stop hunt and the unfilled liquidity here. Then we could see to take and rally to take out these highs and come up here as a take profit 1, further north take profit 2, but as a long-term position. For now, we'll focus on what's relevant. So dollar is looking pretty interesting for a long position, which is in confluence with DXY, dollar CAD, etc. Now, next on the list is Euro USD. Okay, Euro USD, again, we've been forecasting this for a while. We did now, we're approaching a potential third tap of this larger pennant that's in play. 1, 2, and a potential third tap. Right now, if we go to the 4 hour, now the only thing with the 4 hour, it's pretty bullish to me, if I'm honest. Now, you know, there is 2 potential plans, A and plan B, but within this zone is the original setup where I could forecast a potential decline and a reversal from here. If we go to the 1 hour, again, this is going to tell you lots of information. So on the 1 hour time frame, there's lots of momentum, right? There's momentum by these 2 candles, 1 and maybe you can say 3. But this large pattern, look how big this compression is. And now we've got a further compression here. If we add these 2 compressions, so 1 and 2, it outweighs the main move in the middle, right? So the more compression there is in a pattern, the higher the probability it is for it to reverse. So because we've only got this middle section here with, you know, some momentum, mainly just this candle here, only significance that gives it some bullish momentum. Everything else right now to me is pretty compression, as you can see. So I'll be very interested on a sell setup on Euro USD. If, however, this momentum continued from around here, for example, and then it was compression, then I would add these 2 momentum candles to this, and I'll decide, you know, which one is more. Obviously, the one with more momentum. So Euro USD is looking pretty interesting. Again, we're almost at our sell setup zone. It's Monday, so be careful. Just wait for a retest. So, you know, we can catch the limit order, or you can just wait for the retest, wait for some momentum, and then catch the retest and the continuation to the downside. So Euro USD is looking promising as well. Again, just wait. Next on the list is Kiwi CAD. Kiwi CAD, really just simple maths right here. If we zoom out, it's within a large, and there's a channel, and there's now a pattern that's presenting itself. So we can see momentum to the downside and an expanding compression pattern. And where are we expecting for a sell-off? Again, 1, 2, and some liquidity here to the left. And we could expect a strong decline to the downside. As you can see, there's this big move here. We've got 1 tap, 2 tap, now a potential third tap. And approximately, this will be more or less a distance. If you zoom out to the left, do we have an area of significance? Yes, we do. Here we go. there is some momentum here. If you look to the left, nice level of support. We should be more or less in confluence with our take profit. To be extra conservative, we can also add the Fibonacci tool. So from the main swing high, sorry, there we go. And this could be take profit 1, take profit 2, and the middle Fibonacci is also a good area of take profit, which is the minus 41, I believe. So that's also a good confluence. So this trade is looking promising. We could also add, see what we can have if we add this as well. And there we have it. There's a bit of a potential channel now on our cards with Kiwi CAD. So either plan A, or we could also just get a plan B somewhere here, depending on what happens. But right now we are in a descending channel within the larger descending pattern. So yeah, Kiwi CAD is looking really, really promising right now. And this will be in confluence. This liquidity level that we found here to the left on the 4-hour time frame is perfectly aligned with 1, 2, and 3. So this is the game plan for Kiwi CAD. It's looking really, really promising. I do like it. Next on the list is Kiwi. Again, Kiwi, something similar, but on the bigger time frame, there is a bit of a large shoulder in play. We've got the left shoulder, the head. We now have this right shoulder. It has now been stopped out, as you can see. Now we're expecting a stop on of the second stop on, which is in confluence with 1, 2, and 3. And we could expect further decline to the downside. So this is also looking promising. As you can see, there is also a 1 and 3. So it's looking really, really interesting for dollar strength. Is looking pretty straightforward, nothing too complicated. This entry here will be above this resistance, which is also a good confluence. Again, if we zoom into the 1-hour time frame, again, this is telling us a similar story with Euro. You know, there's momentum here to the upside, which would have scared some traders. How did price approach it prior to that? We've got all of this data, lots of compression, and again, lots of compression. So all this information always going to outweigh this little piece of information. So it's looking really interesting again for Kiwi. Keeping it straightforward. Next on the list is pound yen. Okay, so pound yen, we cost this level. We even, you know, I showed you guys last week that I cancelled this order for many reasons. You know, okay, I would have got a 3-4 hour with a take profit down here, but the higher probability trade was simply, you know, here 1, 2, and 3 around here. Now it's broken above. So what happens when it breaks above? It does not mean the setup is invalid. It just means that we need to update the pattern. So if we update the piece of information, let's delete it. This is still active. This can be updated. This is invalidated. This is invalidated. This is invalidated, and this is invalidated. This is also invalidated here. But now we can update the pattern, and now it just becomes a larger pattern that's in play. So again, we can expect price to drop from here. It could be a potential confluence, you know, but this will be a higher probability trade. Look, 1, 2, and a third tap just above it, and again 1, 2, and the third tap. So it's looking really interesting for pound yen. If we zoom in, pound yen is telling us a different story now compared to the other patterns. Look, compression. There's compression here, but then look at all this momentum here. It's actually all of this. This is all the momentum. This is all momentum. The only compression is literally just here and this tiny piece of information. So this is telling me that price is likely to breach the top of this pattern. So would I be setting an order here, knowing that most of the move to the upside was impulsively? No, I will not be setting an order. I'll simply be waiting for this pattern up here to play out, up here. So that's it for pound yen. Keeping it really, really simple. I'll even delete this since I know there's a big chance of that getting taken up to the upside. This obviously don't really need it anymore. And now I'm just focusing on the most relevant piece of price action. This can become invalidated because once price breaks to the downside, it's going to come down to the start of the pattern. So I'm looking at sales approximately around here. So that's it for today, guys. Also, we could just stash in a fib, see what's in confluence. It's looking alright, minus 61 more or less, a little bit higher for another fib. So that's it for pound yen and everything else. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's live stream. See you guys tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.